Welcome back if you're not new, and welcome if you're new. I'm drawing. I'm not drawing. Why? I keep saying drawing. Keep saying I'm drawing, but I'm painting in this video, as you obviously can see and probably have seen from the thumbnail. I started out here with the sketch, which was pretty simple. I just wanted to make a kind of a body or a half body of a person with their arms like raised, kind of. But I'm also like, yeah, I'm not really sure. There's never anything completely sure in my art. It's not like I know exactly what I'm gonna do before I do it. I have an idea and I know I have kind of a plan, but not anything insane. If you know what I mean. But yeah, I think this painting turned out pretty good. To be honest, I liked it a lot. I started out trying to make some sort of mask. You can see the white part I'm filling out, like having a mask over the actual face of the character, but I realized that was pretty stupid. The idea wasn't bad. I just think that this wasn't the piece to do it, and I also hadn't sketched out how I wanted the mask to look or why I even would want a mask. It just kind of came into my head and then went out again pretty quickly. So it wasn't really an idea that stuck. Something that would be cool something that would be cool if I actually could stick to one idea for a painting, but I don't think that ever will be a thing. One thing I hope will be a thing is that you guys like and subscribe. We're getting super close to 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. Like really, because we're like 984 or something like that. I'm like, it's crazy. And also, you can join the Discord. Links in the description, and ask a question for the Q&A or my 1,000 subscriber special, which is supposed to be a Q&A. But I haven't been getting that many questions again, so I'll probably also just tell you guys some things about myself. You may not know. That could be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll see what I do. But most of all, I'm just gonna be thankful. I think that's the key takeaway. But yeah, starting out here with some red, which I do to build kind of a layer. I've become really happy, or I've been really happy to use this very large brush with just red or another color. Really, it just depends. Just to lay in some groundwork and some messy, just lines and shapes and splats and this and that. And I realize most of my art needs to start from a place of kind of randomness and kind of just some, putting some color down and some things down just to keep, kind of just get something going. Because if I stay too long on a completely white sketch and just boring things, it just sucks. So I kind of have to have something just put down, and then I can refine it and put the detail in. And that may work for me. That may not work for you guys. That kind of depends what you think. But for me, it works, and that's what I like to do. I also love using the spartle tool, the knife tool here. Like, it's really great, and I have to remember to use it because it's like I forget how great it is, and then I remember, oh yeah, wait, I can just use this, and then this is great every time, basically. But yeah, just building up the character here with layers upon layers upon layers, which is, I guess, a signature of my style. But yeah, it's gonna be really weird not posting for a whole week, or it even is gonna be more than a whole week, I think, because like so I'm going to Germany, as I've talked about probably like 7 billion times already. But I'm gone for like a week at least, but I know that I'm gonna make, probably some content while I'm there. Not anything crazy and not anything high production or really insane. I may forget to record a bunch of things and just tell you about it when I get home. That could also very well be a possibility, but we'll see. Um, but hopefully the views will stay where they're supposed to, and things go as they should. But if it doesn't, then that's okay too, I guess. Like, I can't force anyone to to watch my content, even when I'm not posting stuff. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get a bunch of stuff out here like this week. Just kind of trying to get a video out nearly every day. I think I have today I'm getting this video out, and tomorrow I'll probably get another video out, and the day after Friday, Saturday, yeah, I'm probably not gonna make a video because I have stuff to do, but we'll see how it goes. And Sunday I won't be getting a video out. At least I'm pretty sure that I won't. But yeah, so at least most of the week, I try to get videos out and do stuff like that. So you guys have as much content as possible, or at least a decent amount of content to watch. But you can of course also watch my old videos if you like, which still happens a lot actually. Like I've been, I can see on the analytics, I can just see that sometimes videos from like over a year ago get like a view or two, where it's like, that's cool, but like, yeah, I guess that's just nice, but it's just weird to think about that the videos don't disappear after a couple of months. Like they're there forever. So if somebody wants to watch a video that's my first video ever, they can. I wouldn't recommend it. It's probably pretty bad, but you get the point. Which is also weird because I've been doing this kind of like you know voiceover, talking about my lifestyle of content for a pretty long time now. So it's like um people, like some people have heard like me grow as a person. Like, I was like 17 when I started. I'm 19 now. It's been over 2 years. I'm pretty sure it has, at least. Of course, yeah, it hasn't been 2 years where I've taken it seriously. That happened later. But still, the point still stands that I've been taking it pretty seriously, and especially when I came back with this new plan where it's like, if I have time, I'll make a video, and if I don't, then I don't have time. Of course, it's been working great whilst I've been on summer break here, because I haven't had anything to do. Like, I've had work, and I've had working out, and I've had parties and hanging out with friends, and making YouTube videos, which is a pretty good, like, it's been a pretty good summer. I'm going on holiday next week, as you definitely know by now. But like, it's been nice to have something to do, I would say. At least I think so. But I think it also depends on who you are as a person. I like working. I don't like working. I like earning money because I'm working. Like, it's not that I'm like, oh, my favorite thing in the world, but my job doesn't suck that much, and I get paid, so win-win, I guess. And yeah, I have more money to buy paint supplies and art tools, and I'm also looking to purchase some art products, like something I could review. But it really depends what people want to see reviews of, because it has to be something that is like, more general, but also like something I would use. So it's like, there's a lot of tools you can, I'm trying this art tool for the first time. Like, yeah, cool, but it doesn't really apply to me. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what I do. I have at least I have plans to make more vlogging style content. Like the one I did yesterday. I'm not gonna like switch up completely, but I'm gonna do more of that. More me in front of the camera, more personal, and more stuff like that. Because I feel like it was really fun, and I could do a bunch of things. And I think there will be times where it just could be cool to do. Just talk about what's going on, or show some videos, some real life stuff. Which of course it has to relate to art. Like, I'm not gonna do like just a normal vlog where I don't do anything related to my art. There has to be some element of my art to it, but it's not like it's the only thing I do. I do more stuff, but yeah, you should definitely watch the video. But I'm probably gonna try to be more on camera if it's necessary. I don't think a video like this I need to be more on camera than I am. Like, there's the last few minutes where I'm speaking about the painting, and there's some other stuff. But like, if there's no good reason for me to be on camera, then I shouldn't be there. To be honest, like, that's at least that's my philosophy with it. I don't think I don't want it to overshadow the art. I want the art to be a big part of it, and especially like seeing the progress and seeing the production of a painting or a drawing. I think that's really cool. At least that's what I want to show you guys. But of course, it's also just like a social media, so I guess if anybody wants to follow me for me, I guess you can do that too. Because like, I feel like that separating the art from the artist, it's kind of impossible to a degree, but it's like, I'm not really like, I want people to connect me to my art. That's why I make it, or I make it because I like it, but that's why I make the stuff I make, because that's me. That's the stuff I want to paint or draw or do. But when you guys, see it, maybe something different. Maybe you just think it looks cool, or maybe you just think, oh, this guy, he's really, I don't know, cool. I don't know. I don't think people say that, but I hope you get my point. It's coming in here with a little bit of white, or it's actually not white. It's Titan Buff Beige, which is a kind of like very light beige, which I usually use instead of white for most things, and especially for this part of the sketch here. I think I'm still wearing the same shirt today. I think I did this part like a day ago, so, but that's part of life, I guess. Yeah. But you can see I'm really starting to build up the character here, very dark and still kind of light because of the colors, of course, just building up the mouth and the face, just doing a bunch of things, which I think is important. Like, I'm just doing this stuff in steps, just building up the character, building up the layers of paint, and then the highlights and the shadows and the non-existent this and that and everything's. Yeah. I don't really have anything to do today other than do the voiceover for this video, which I'm currently doing, and going to work, which is like, I have to go at 5 o'clock, not 5 a.m., 5 p.m. Yeah, p.m. is at night, or not at night, but at like in the late afternoon. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, I just have to chill, I guess. Yeah. Well, I had to post a listing of some pants I bought, which is kind of a funny story. So as I've talked about a million times, I like working out. I'm not necessarily any bodybuilder type, but I like, working out, stuff like that. And I bought a pair of pants, and these pants are straight leg instead of baggy because they are leather pants. They're really old and has a cool patina, and they're like really, really nice. I was like, okay, these are cool. And it was a good price, so like, it's like, okay, they should fit. They fit around the waist. I had the dude measure it and the length and stuff like that. It should have been, perfect. Then I get them. I'm like, okay, they're really quality. They're like really thick. They're like nice. Put them on. And like I can fit them, but I can fit them, but my legs, especially my thighs, are too big. Like I can fit them. It's a little on the tighter side. So they look skinny, or like they look like skinny jeans look on most people, but like they're not skinny jeans. I just, my legs are just so thick. My muscle and stuff. Where it's like, yeah, so they didn't quite fit, which was really sad. I was really debating it. I was like, no, it's too, no, not gonna work out. I'm not gonna wear them. So I might as well just list them now or tomorrow because I opened them yesterday. So I might as well just list them now and just try and see how much money I can get back, because that's the thing with Vinted. Like it's nice, you can get cool stuff, and sometimes stuff doesn't fit, or all sorts of things. But I think the most annoying part is when stuff technically should fit, but my legs are too big, or other such things. You get it. Like that's the most annoying part, and I can't even return them because everything is as described. So it's like, it's a little bit annoying, but you know it's okay. Hopefully someone else will like them. They had a bunch of likes, so I had like 20 likes, which is like a pretty good amount for Vinted. Where it's like, yeah, okay, I'll probably be able to sell them again. Not that I only buy clothes which I'll be able to sell again. That's not what I do, but I think it's an important thing to think about if you're buying clothes, especially used. Could I sell this again, or could I do this and that with it again, or just return it? Like that's the only thing where it's easier to sell or buy stuff on, a normal store where you can actually return or exchange for a different size. But that's kind of not possible with used clothes. Yeah. So it's good that I'm seeing progress, but it's like not great that I'm I can't fit straight leg pants that well. But it is what it is. I just stick with the pants. And that's the thing, like when I wear pants that are kind of loose, they don't even look that loose. Like it's not even like they're like extreme. I like the look more, definitely, but I wouldn't mind a straight leg, but it just doesn't work for me. So that's just some, yeah. That's life, I guess. Yeah, but at least I can still paint, which I don't think I have to buy paint anytime soon. But I kind of like I have like a week here where I won't be needing to buy paint. But yeah, I just I think I have enough, but I have to remember to purchase paint before I need it completely, so I don't run out. Because that's the worst, having to wait to do a painting because like you need paint that you don't have. So kind of have to keep, I kind of have to keep a list of what I like. Okay, I don't have more of that, or that, or oh yeah, I need some of that kind of stuff. But I also think that's important, like just in general, making sure to know what you have and what you use of the things, especially in art. Like, what kind of paper do you use? Do you have enough room in your sketchbook, or do you need ink, or paint or whatever. Yeah. Coming in here with the red, but I know you guys, you're not gonna see the painting exactly how it is. You're not gonna see the last few bits get made because I did some off-camera painting, as some would say, which has been very fine. And I think that's also something like this, the randomness wasn't enough. There wasn't enough randomness in the piece for me, so kind of got stuck. And I was like, yeah, I have to do something now. So I just took the Spartle and just went crazy with it in the best way possible. And I really liked how it turned out. But you get to see that after, and of course, that's what you saw in the thumbnail, which is not, it's just a finished piece. Yeah, you can see I'm just filling out the teeth and stuff like that. So you're just working in the paint, just more and more layers. You can even see the small splats in the side of the neck or the shoulder, or whatever you want to call it. There's these small splats, which is from the very first time where I put in the color red. It's like you can see like the layers build upon itself. So if I just were to do one layer, it wouldn't suck, but it would just be very flat. But I'm doing more, it becomes like more, just better. At least in my opinion, it's better. Kind of just doing this kind of skull look with the nose here, the cut off nose. I've been known to do so, but it really depends. Sometimes I don't even do a nose or a mouth or eyes. Just start with these, but I was like, that's too derpy. It wasn't really that nice. So then I tried doing something like that, but that sucked even more. So then I just colored it all in later here. Just about now, I think. Yeah, just coloring it all in. Just making circles, but I was like, that's probably even worse. And then I did a little bit around to make it look more crazy, which I think worked a little bit better. But I promise you, in the end, they're not gonna look like this. The eyes. Took the phone back. I was debating on finishing it very soon. There's doing some more here, filling in some black, and you can. That's the good thing about having the black background. You can kind of just delete something out, and it just connects with the background. Because it's black on black, which I really like. But there's also a point to it. You can't do too much. At least I would say so. I like that I put more color in the background, or at least around it. I like doing that. Having black in the middle or something else around it, or just black, or just whatever I feel like. Really, there's not any rules. It's just create and do something. But of course, still do stuff that looks good. I think. That's why I stick to mainly the same colors. Not that I'm like, I can only use these colors, but no, it's the colors I like and colors I think work well together. At least I think they work pretty good. Yeah. So you can enjoy me talking about the things I did to finish the painting now. Okay. Yeah, I did a little bit of off-camera painting, and I didn't change it up completely, but I did a lot of things. I did this. I was trying to, do two of these eyes. It just didn't work, so I just splashed it out, and I really like that actually. And then I did more yellow on the body and in the corner here. I did some. That's been there forever. Some here on the top here. Just really just really nice. A little bit here. There's more stuff here with teeth. Yeah, I just made it better. yeah, I made it better. At least in my opinion, I did. It's more light on the hands. Like I just felt it was missing something. I was looking at it, I was like, it's not done. It's not done. And I was like, I just started painting. And the funny thing, I was painting it, just like just going out, just like, yeah, just putting stuff down, getting stuff done. Because I was like, you know what, I can't, I don't want to wait, especially when I could just do it now. It was like, which was me yesterday. That's the way I was thinking yesterday. Um, but yeah, it's pretty great. Pretty great painting. Well, so pretty great painting. I would say I like it a lot. It has some nice qualities. I would say I like the colors. I like the poses. It looks awesome. And there's things I'll do again, definitely. Things I've tried here today or on this painting. So yeah, I don't know. I really like it, and I hope you guys do too. I hope you like, the video in general. At least, I think you have if you watch this far. It's about like 20 something minutes in the video. This cool. It's nice. So yeah. But I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment and all that stuff, because I really appreciate every time you do. It means the world to me, especially if you've watched this far. You might have liked it a little bit more than the average viewer. At least I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.